Okay, so last night's assignment, problem number 5. Here is the triangle that you should have drawn in quadrant 4. Can you please, what? Sorry, last problem of the assignment last night. What is it, 7? Yeah. Number 7C, thank you. Where did you put the 2 and the 3? Where did you put the 2 and the 3 from the cosine? 8. Good job. We're starting off strong. 7. Oh, you're here. Where did you put the 2 and the 3? Cosine. What? Think SOHCAHTOA. What's cosine equal to? That's sine.
Adjacent.
So where do I can put the 2 adjacent, and where's the 3 go? What'd you just say? Adjacent over? So the 3 can go on the hypotenuse. Do any of these need to be negative? Well, hypotenuse never negative. Hypotenuse length never negative. Okay, only the 2 legs. This 2, should I make it negative? Nope. Okay. You know eventually we're going to need the third side. So I need somebody now to set up Pythagorean theorem correctly to find that third side. Here we go. 14. Can you set up Pythag for me? Nice job. I'll give you guys a second to solve for B in radical form. And when you get it, let me know. Radical form, what do you got for me? 14 again. Got it. Square root of 5. So everyone go ahead. Square root of 5. Put it back up. Anything you should tell me about that square root of 5? It's negative because it's going down here on the y-axis. Got it. All right, next up, what's it asking me for? To find sine, right? Find sine in the angle or the other one. All right, so help me find sine now. Which 2 values do I need for sine? Here you go, 6. What 2 values do I need for sine? Which is? Yep.
Hey, if you want to look. Oh, sorry for the interruption.
Yeah, no problem.
Seniors?
Yeah, 8th period.
Good luck with that one. You won't see them quarter 4. Okay, that's if you want to work on those.
You got answer key?
You want answer keys too?
Yeah.
I'll send them to you.
Okay, thanks. Appreciate it. Okay. Yeah, hey, happens. You're going to have to fast forward through that part. Now, hey, let's just say scenario right now, because I see it every year. You find radical 5, but hey, I forgot to put the negative on. I didn't see that it was going down. Why does your answer have to be negative? Sine, 4th quadrant, negative. There you go. So even if you forget about it, okay, you got a backup plan at least. All right, next. Oh, don't start. How can I find what that angle is? In the 4th quadrant, remember. I'm not looking for what that angle. I'm going to need that reference angle, but I'm looking for that bad boy in the 4th quadrant. What am I going to need on my calculator? Inverse. Now, we have a choice. We could do inverse cosine or inverse sine. And let me just, I told this 5th period today. I should have told you earlier on in the unit. When you get a choice to pick, I always pick the positive one. All right, to put in. Always pick the positive one. All right, so in this case, I'm going to do inverse cosine. Are you wrong if you do inverse sine? Absolutely not. You just may be getting a different degree and you may not know what to do with it. If you pick the positive one every time, you always will get the reference angle. And when you do inverse cosine of 2/3 to the nearest degree, what do we have? 48 degrees, but that's just the reference angle, right? That's not my angle in the fourth quadrant. Suggestions on what I should do there. Take 360 and minus 48. And that would end up being, what, 312. So that angle is 312. Questions, comments, any concerns? We okay now? Because we have not been given any love to one of the functions that we have to start today. We've been sine, cosine it, cosine, sine it. Where's the love for the tangent? Nowhere, exactly, until today. All right, until today. How's everybody doing today, by the way? Ready to finish this week up? I'm ready to roll. I think we're going to some event at the State Museum that's like a trick-or-treating thing, Halloween thing for my daughters. Yep. Yeah, cute. Yep. Yeah, real cute. Yep. Good job. The 4-year-old is going to be Dorothy. Emily. I wish the 4-year-old Emily is going to be Dorothy, and the 2-year-old Claire is going to be Sully from Monsters Inc.
You need a break.
I'm sure. Yep, it's got like a little head thing with a little tail walking around. Yep. See, now it's funny you bring that up because we had this discussion. I had this discussion this morning with my wife, and I was like, well, should we dress up with them? And it's, I don't know. I just think it's weird when you open the door and there's the kid and then there's the adult on street level all dressed up. But I was like, well, what if one of us dressed up like Mike? And I was like, well, that might be even more weird. If, I'm standing back there on, Broccoli or Delaware dressed up as Mike and my little Sully's up there. It's kind of a little weird, but we're thinking about it. Maybe like a Tin Man lion type deal. Who knows? We still have time. But yep, that's what we're planning on doing this weekend. So see how that goes. All right. Anyway, tangent. As you guys know from SOHCAHTOA, that's opposite over adjacent. We're all good there. But as far as sine and cosine go, here's some breaking news. Tangent is sine over cosine. So you put the sine over the cosine, you get tangent. Now, I want to take this a step further with you. Let's go to the unit circle, everybody. What's tangent equal to on the unit circle? Well, it can't be x because that's cosine. Can't be y because that's sine. And now we're out of coordinates, right? But what coordinate represents sine again? So it's going to be the y coordinate over what represents cosine? The x coordinate. All right. So anytime we're working on the unit circle, we're going to take the y coordinate and divide it by the x to find the tangent. All right. A quick review of all the signs in each quadrant. We've gone over this. This is just quick review. Can you tell me what, depending on the quadrant we're in, if cosine, sine, and tangent are positive or negative? Quadrant 1. Who's taking quadrant 1? 7. I always think it's, never mind. What are the signs of cosine, sine, and tangent in quadrant 1? All positive. And I should have asked this before, but what's the little device you're going to remember to find out whether positive or negative? All students take classes, or whatever you have designed on your own. What about quadrant 2? Number 10, signs in quadrant 2. Okay, go. Negative cosine. Yep, and got it. Thank you. How about quadrant 3? 16. You got it. And how about quadrant 4? Finish it up, 15. Yep. Nice job, everyone. Okay. All good. So let's do what we did yesterday in making the triangles in the different quadrants, but now let's find tangent as part of it. Okay, so in this next problem, I'm giving you that sine's 5 over 13, so 5 and 13 are going to go somewhere on the triangle. What quadrant are we going to make it in? Second quadrant. Go ahead and make your triangle in quadrant 2 right now. Second quadrant, make your triangle in quadrant 2. Remember the bow tie if you forget how to make it. And where are your 5 and 13 going to go here? Because sine, start thinking about sine, 5 and 13 for sine. Here you go, 9. Where do you want me to put that 5 and 13? Yep. Should I make the 5 negative? Nope. Anybody, so we don't have to do Pythag. Anybody remember this classic one from yesterday? 5 blank 13? 12, yep. 3, 4, 5, 5, 12, 13 will get you far. What about the 12? Should I make it negative? Yeah, yeah. And we're asked to find cosine and tangent. All right, let's do cosine first. Should come out to be negative because we are in the second quadrant. What do you got for me? 10, what do you got for me? Adjacent over hypotenuse, great job. Okay, now we're adding in tangent today. So tangent. 18, remember what tangent was equal to, SOHCAHTOA? We could do that. I'm trying to avoid that now because I don't want a fraction over a fraction. Adjacent over hypotenuse. Calm down. You're getting rattled now, Ian. Deep breath. Opposite over adjacent. Good man. I know you had it in you. So what would be the opposite side? 5, adjacent side. Yep. And it should be negative anyway because it's tangent in the second. And now find the angle. Find the angle in the second quadrant. So what is that angle measure right there? You guys have 3 choices, but like I told you in the last problem, I'm going to pick the one that's positive. So what should I find the inverse of if I follow my advice? Sine, yep. So inverse of sine. You guys are good. All of us getting through that Regents, right? 100% passing rate. Big party if we do. Big party.
I just said that too.
What's the angle in degree in nearest degree that you found? What? 23, but that's just this reference angle. What should I do with the 23 if I want to find that angle in quadrant 2? 180 minus 23. Got it. And that angle, 157. Good job, you guys. Anything else here? So that's what we did yesterday. We just threw tangent in now. All right, let's go back to the unit circle, our boy. Yeah. Go back to the unit circle, our boy. Now let's start finding tangent values using the unit circle. Tangent of 45. So everyone go to the 45 degrees. Do we remember what that coordinate would be at 45? You remember that coordinate? Yep. Same thing. Yep. Radical 2 over 2, radical 2 over 2. But I'm finding tangent. So if you go back to the beginning of today's notes, tangent was what? Which coordinate first? On top. Y over X. Thank you for that update. Yep. Yep, we didn't want to learn or anything, but it's okay. This is both the same. So I'm going to put radical 2 over 2 on top, and on the bottom, radical 2 over 2. both x and y. That's also known as what? If I divide something by itself, 1. I don't have to do anything fancy. Just going to be 1. Tangent, and if you don't believe me, check your calculator. Tangent of 45, 1. For now, we got a lot more work to do with this next one, though. Let's get out of the first quadrant now. 150. First thing we always check, where am I? Oh boy. Second. So what do I know about tangent in the second? It's negative. So my answer should be negative. So that's why I'm going to put this negative tan there. Because it's in the second quadrant and tangent's negative. 150. Make it smaller. Find the reference angle for 150. 30. Got it? Ooh, boy. Here we go, guys. Here we go. So you're thinking about 30 degrees on the unit circle. What's that point? 30 degrees on the unit circle. Radical 3 over 2, comma. Okay, now go back. Negative. What coordinate goes on top for tangent? Y. So 1/2 divided by the x coordinate, radical 3 over 2. The odds that I let you leave it like that? 0. The odds I want that sloppy decimal in your calculator? 0. What the heck do I do then? We have done this year when we divided a fraction by a fraction. Anybody want to try to make me proud here? Ian, make me proud? My man back there, say it again. Keep the numerator. That would be old school. Might as well just get a chalkboard in here. That's where I started right there with the chalkboard. And let's just say, because I got animated all the time, and they were just covered in chalk. Covered. Times, and Ian, one more time, what do I do to the bottom? Flip it. All right, we remember that. Keep the numerator, change it to multiplication, and flip the denominator. All right, what are you going to do here now? Oh, no, you did not just say that. Straight across, cross multiply. So -2 on top, what's on the bottom? Well, first of all, okay, sorry, I just had a moment there. Sorry. I was thinking this was wrong, and I was like, did I do this wrong, 5th period? No, it's fine. Because here's what we did next. I'm not worried about the radical yet. Can I simplify? Yeah, I can get the 2's out of there. So what's left when I get the 2's out of there? -1 over. Self-respect. All right? Don't be an embarrassment. You're not going to leave a radical there. How you get rid of the radical? Multiply by top and bottom by radical 3. Whoa, hey, easy, champ. All right, so final answer here. Negative radical 3 over 3. Now, I know you guys want to do your own thing and be independent, and I appreciate that. This is the one time I wish you would listen to my advice. Please do tangent of 150 in your calculator. This takes 30 seconds to check this on any test or quiz. Everyone got the sloppy decimal in front of them. Okay, this is a guarantee to see if you got it right or wrong. Now go to your fraction template if you have one and do negative radical 3 over 3. And just make sure the darn things match before you go on to the next problem. And the best thing about that is let's just say you forgot about the whole negative sign. You forgot what quadrant you're in. When you do tangent of 150 on your calculator, it's negative, right? And then you're going to go, wait a second, my answer was positive. So all you have to do, put the negative in. All right, that's the most common mistake is people forget about the negatives. We all good there? And then last one here, not the last one, but tangent of 180. Oh, 180, where am I? Quadrantal angle, yep. Hey, if you know it's on the line, that's I care about, all right? That's just a bonus if you know it's called the quadrantal angle. You know you're on the line. And what's the point? -1, 0. I'm sure everybody gets a kick out of this. And you know it's nothing I'm doing because you can see me writing on the darn board. There we go. Maybe I just need to be more gentle. And tangent was what again? Which coordinate on top? The y over the x. Let's keep going. At y coordinate? 0 over anything, 0 divided by anything. There it is. Tangent of 180 is 0. And again, you're unsure? Type it in real quick. 0, done. All right. The only time your calculator is not going to help you is with the sloppy decimal, as you know. All right, one thing you definitely want to watch out for. Let me change my angle to 90 now. Where's 90? On the line, quadrantal, thank you. Getting me nervous here. It is on the line. What's the coordinate? 0, 1. Okay, it's saying state the values of sine and cosine. All right, what's the sine of 90? Which coordinate do I pick off? Okay, 1. And then cosine of 90 will be? I'm not really too concerned with that because I know you can do that. What I'm concerned with is watch what happens when we find the tangent of 90 now. Which coordinate do I put on top? Which was 1, right? And which coordinate on the bottom? The x, 0, but you've known your whole mathematical career. What's another no-no other than radical in the denominator? Can't divide by 0, right? So if that's the case, you end up dividing by 0, there is no value for tangent of 90. It is what we call undefined. And your calculator will back you up with that. Because if you do tangent of 90 in your calculator, you're not going to get undefined, but you are going to get a error. Yes, so that tells you it's undefined because you cannot divide by 0. And then last one, which of the following angles is tangent undefined? Guys, I'm not going to fight this with you. All right, I'm not going to have you set up all the different angles, what quadrant am I in, what's the sine. Use your darn calculator for this. Just do tangent of 0, 270, 120, -180. You know when you get an error, it's undefined. So why am I going to waste your time, frustrate you even more when I can just plug them in my calculator? And what other value? Yeah, and why 270? Because if you remember, what's the x coordinate at 270? 0, which means it would be on the bottom. Okay? Plenty of time to start the homework. Next couple pages. If you get finished, go back to last night's assignment. Wednesday, confirmed for the unit test.